Good evening, here are tonight's top stories. Tragedy struck as a fatal accident claimed the life of Shamroy Henry in Mahayakoni. An urgent appeal has been launched for the missing 16-year-old, Ariana ally. Police are investigating an alleged murder at Kurup Pakari. On a positive note, congenital hemangioma surgery was successful at Lem Regional Hospital. A US-based Guyanese has been remanded for unlawful firearm possession. Additionally, a construction worker was shot following a Fagwa Day argument, and a second shooting incident erupted from a dispute on the same day, leaving a taxi driver injured. An elderly woman with memory loss has been missing since Easter Monday outing. In legal news, a Brazilian prison escapee has been sentenced to 50 months imprisonment for break-and-enter and larceny, while a 71-year-old has been charged with causing death by dangerous driving. Furthermore, a Venezuelan national has been remanded on a narcotics possession charge. Lastly, a mother appeals for help as her daughter suffers from a spinal condition. Stay tuned for more updates. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more news.
Fatal accident claims life of Shamroy Henry in Mahayakoni. An unfortunate incident unfolded last night, resulting in a fatal accident on the public road at Cottage, Mahayakoni, East Coast Demerara. The tragedy claimed the life of 27-year-old Shamroy Henry, a resident of Lot 2 Belmont, Mahayakoni. The incident occurred around 2040 HRS when Henry was behind the wheel of motor car #PAE 7812. Accompanying him were 3 passengers, aged 17, 20, and 26. Preliminary investigations revealed that the vehicle was traveling eastward along the northern side of the road at a high speed. However, the driver lost control of the car, causing it to veer onto the southern side of the road. The vehicle collided with a concrete fence before crashing into a G-T pole. As a result of the collision, Henry and the 3 occupants sustained injuries and were promptly assisted by members of the public. They were swiftly transported to the Mahayakoni Public Hospital for urgent medical attention. Tragically, despite the efforts of medical personnel, Henry succumbed to his injuries while undergoing treatment at the hospital. The 3 passengers remain under medical observation as investigations into the accident continue. This devastating incident serves as a stark reminder of the importance of road safety and responsible driving practices. As authorities delve deeper into the circumstances surrounding the accident, efforts to raise awareness about the dangers of speeding and reckless driving are paramount in preventing similar tragedies in the future. Urgent appeal, missing 16-year-old Ariana ally. The family of 16-year-old Ariana ally from 446 Cornelia Ida, West Coast Demerara, is urgently seeking assistance in locating her. Ariana has been missing since Saturday, and her whereabouts remain unknown. According to her father, Saffron ally, Ariana left their home around 11:30 a.m. on Saturday, unbeknownst to her parents. She reportedly called a taxi and departed without informing her family of her intentions. Despite efforts to reach out to Ariana's friends, no information regarding her whereabouts has been obtained thus far. In light of this distressing situation, the public's assistance is crucial in locating Ariana and ensuring her safe return home. If you have any information regarding Ariana ally's whereabouts or have seen her since Saturday, please contact her father, Saffron ally, at 622-0595. Alternatively, you can reach out to the nearest police station with any relevant information. Your cooperation and assistance in this matter are greatly appreciated as the family continues their efforts to reunite with Ariana. Let us come together as a community to support the ally family during this challenging time. Police investigating alleged murder at Kurup Pakari. The Guyana Police Force, GPF, is currently investigating an alleged murder that took place between 21:30 HRS on Monday night and 1300 hours HRS yesterday, Tuesday, at 33 miles, Kurup Pakari, Upper Demerara River. The victim has been identified as Johnny Iragubir, a businessman who operated a shop selling groceries and alcoholic beverages at the location. According to reports, Sukarona Rupnarine, also known as Cindy, a 25-year-old businesswoman, visited Ragubir's shop with her 2 sons, aged 7 and 8, on Monday evening after closing her own establishment. They were accompanied by a 25-year-old laborer, and they all consumed alcoholic beverages together. Later that night, the laborer left, and Ragubir escorted Rupnarine and her children back to their shop before returning to his own. Yesterday afternoon, Ragubir's body was discovered approximately 50 feet from his shop by a group of individuals traveling to Brazil. The police were alerted, and upon arrival at the scene, they observed injuries to the victim's throat, left ear, and upper back. Nearby, they found a black plastic bag containing suspected cannabis, as well as Ragubir's cell phone. The body was transported to the Linden Hospital complex, where Ragubir was pronounced dead by Dr. Hicks early this morning. Subsequently, the body was taken to Jetsko Funeral Home pending a post-mortem examination. Police have arrested the 25-year-old laborer to assist with the investigation. Additionally, the suspected cannabis found at the scene has been weighed, amounting to 103.6 grams, and Ragubir's cell phone has been taken for analysis. The investigation into this alleged murder is ongoing, with authorities diligently gathering evidence and conducting interviews to determine the circumstances surrounding Ragubir's death. Congenital hemangioma surgery successful at Lem Regional Hospital. A 16-year-old patient has been given a new lease on life following the successful removal of a large congenital hemangioma that affected her right shoulder. Congenital hemangioma is a type of birthmark caused by a tangled group of blood vessels growing in or under a baby's skin. The groundbreaking surgery, the first of its kind, was performed by the surgical unit at the Lem Regional Hospital in February. The patient, who had experienced discomfort and intermittent pain due to the mass's sporadic enlargement since birth, was admitted on February 20th. Before the operation, a physical examination revealed an 8 by 10 cm non-tender hyperpigmented mass on the patient's right shoulder. Following the excision, the mass, measuring approximately 25 to 30 centimeters in length, was successfully removed. During the surgery, the patient lost 800 milliliters of blood, which was expertly replenished through a blood transfusion. Remarkably, the patient was discharged just 5 days later. This success story highlights the government's significant efforts and investments in advancing the country's healthcare sector, particularly in remote areas like Lem. With a proven track record of successful surgical procedures, the Lem Regional Hospital continues to provide medical assistance not only to Guyanese citizens, but also to neighboring countries such as Brazil and Venezuela. Equipped with modern surgical facilities, including a theater with 2 fully utilized beds allowing for simultaneous surgeries and improved patient flow, the hospital efficiently manages the increasing demand for surgical procedures. In fact, surgical volume has seen a 200% increase from 2022 to 2023. Moreover, the hospital offers a wide range of surgical services, including general surgery, orthopedic surgery, obstetrics and gynecology, and ophthalmology, with plans for further expansion on the horizon. This achievement underscores the commitment of the healthcare sector to providing high-quality care to all citizens, regardless of their geographical location. US-based Guyanese remanded for unlawful firearm possession. US-based Guyanese businessman Tony Mutusami, 46, of Bath, Mahakoni, East Coast Demerara, ECD, has been remanded to prison after being arrested for the unlawful possession of a firearm and ammunition. The incident occurred on March 31st at a horse racing event in Port Morant, Quarantine, Region 6, East Berbice Quarantine. According to reports from police headquarters, Mutusami was apprehended while attempting to enter the arena where the races were taking place. During a search conducted by a police officer, a firearm with a magazine containing 10 live rounds of 9mm ammunition was discovered in his possession. When asked to produce his license, Mutusami claimed he had left it in his van at home. Despite being requested to provide identification, he allegedly failed to present any documents related to the firearm or ammunition. Following this, Mutusami was taken to the Wim police station, where he reportedly confessed to not possessing licenses for the gun or ammunition. Additionally, it is alleged that he attempted to bribe officers with $500,000 in cash. Consequently, he was promptly arrested and placed into custody. Appearing before Magistrate Toana Hardy at the number 51 Magistrates Court, Mutusami pleaded not guilty to the charges. He was subsequently remanded to prison, with the matter adjourned to April 8 for further proceedings at the WIM Magistrates Court. Construction worker shot following Fagua Day argument. Adel Francis, an 18-year-old construction worker hailing from South Sofia, found himself at the receiving end of a gunshot wound on Tuesday night, allegedly inflicted by an individual with whom he had a heated argument on Fagua Day, March 25. According to reports from police headquarters, the incident transpired around 20:30 HRS in Guyana, Georgetown. The suspected assailant, identified only as a Prego, reportedly resides in Plum Park, Sofia. Francis recounted that while he had been acquainted with the suspect for several years, their relationship did not extend to friendship. The altercation between the two escalated on Fagua Day, leading to tensions between them. On the night of the incident, Francis claimed he was seated at a shop adjacent to the Black and White Bridge in Guyana when a Prego approached him on a motorcycle. Without hesitation, the suspect brandished a handgun from his waistband and discharged a single round in Francis' direction, striking him in the lower left foot. After committing the act, the suspect swiftly fled the scene on his motorcycle. Francis, assisted by bystanders, was promptly transported to the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, GPHC, where he is currently receiving medical attention for the gunshot wound. His condition has been reported as stable. Authorities have launched investigations into the matter as they work to apprehend the perpetrator and bring him to justice. Second shooting incident erupts from Fagua Day dispute, taxi driver injured. In the aftermath of Fagua Day disagreements, another shooting incident has rocked Georgetown, leaving Rafael Hinson, a 32-year-old taxi driver from East La Penitence, injured in the early hours of Wednesday. The incident unfolded around 0:10 hours on Campbell Street, Albuistown, Georgetown, marking the second shooting incident stemming from Fagua Day altercations. Earlier in the night, an 18-year-old construction worker was shot following a dispute on the festive day. According to investigations, Hinson and one of the suspects share a familial relationship through their involvement with two sisters. Tensions escalated on Fagua Day when a relative of Hinson sprayed water from a water gun on a friend of the suspect, provoking him. An argument ensued between the suspect and a family member, during which threats of violence were exchanged. In the early hours of Wednesday, Hinson found himself in the crossfire when the suspect and three accomplices, all armed with handguns, ambushed him and his mother-in-law. Shots were fired in their direction, with Hinson sustaining a gunshot wound to the foot. In a desperate attempt to seek refuge, Hinson fled into a nearby yard, where his mother-in-law attempted to assist him. However, the situation took a dire turn when the suspects pursued them into the yard, firing additional rounds. Hinson's mother-in-law managed to evade further harm by seeking refuge indoors, leaving Hinson at the mercy of the assailants. Fortunately, the suspects did not inflict further injuries upon Hinson before fleeing the scene in a waiting vehicle. Hinson was swiftly transported to the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, where he underwent medical treatment for his injuries. He remains admitted and is reported to be in stable condition. At the crime scene, detectives recovered several spent shells and projectiles, aiding ongoing investigations. While several individuals have been questioned, the suspects remain at large as law enforcement agencies intensify efforts to bring them to justice. Elderly woman with memory loss missing since Easter Monday outing. Relatives of 78-year-old Beryl Bruce, also known as Teresa of Diamond, East Bank Demerara, are urgently seeking the public's assistance in locating her after she went missing during a family outing on Easter Monday. Speaking with Kaider News on Tuesday, the woman's brother, Randolph Braithwaite, recounted the circumstances of her disappearance. Bruce was last seen on Vlissingen Road in the vicinity of the Guyana Defense Force, GDF, Base Camp Iangana around 15:00 HRS. Braithwaite explained that he had taken his sister along with him on a taxi work for a friend, as he did not want to leave her alone at home due to her dementia, which causes memory loss. After completing the job, Braithwaite decided to treat his sister to an outing to witness the kite flying activities. While on Vlissingen Road, Bruce complained of knee pain and requested to sit in the car. Braithwaite placed her in the back seat, ensuring the doors were locked but the windows partially open. He remained in close proximity to the vehicle, occasionally checking on his sister while conversing with friends nearby. However, upon turning to check on Bruce again, Braithwaite discovered she was missing. Despite thorough searches in the surrounding areas, including the Kitty Seawall National Park and along Sheriff Street, Braithwaite has been unable to locate his sister. A report has been filed at the Albertown Police Station. Beryl Bruce was last seen wearing a red top and a pair of blue tights. Anyone with information on her whereabouts is urged to contact her brother at mobile number +592 691 5696 or the nearest police station. Brazilian prison escapee sentenced to 50 months imprisonment for break-and-enter and larceny. In a hearing at the Georgetown Magistrates Court on Tuesday, a 29-year-old Brazilian national, Valdo Cisa Frico, was sentenced to 50 months imprisonment for a break-and-enter and larceny charge. Frico, who had escaped from prison in Brazil, pleaded guilty to the charge before Principal Magistrate Judy Lachman. The charges against Frico stemmed from an incident between March 20th and March 21st, 2024, at Charlotte Street, Georgetown, where he broke into the Charlotte Hotel and stole various items totaling $380,000, belonging to Sarah DaCosta. The stolen items included drills, a handbag, a speaker, beef, whiskey bottles, a wristwatch, and cash. During the court proceedings, it was revealed that Frico, who arrived in Guyana via Lethem, was captured on CCTV footage breaking into the hotel and stealing the items. Subsequently, he admitted to the police that he stole the items and led them to a location where some of the stolen items were recovered. Further investigation by the prosecutor uncovered Frico's status as a prison escapee from Brazil, where he was incarcerated for offenses of a similar nature. Taking into account his guilty plea and previous criminal history, Magistrate Lachman sentenced Frico to 50 months imprisonment, emphasizing the gravity of theft and its consequences. In delivering the sentence, Magistrate Lachman reminded Frico of the moral imperative to respect the property of others, stating, "Thou shalt not steal." A 71-year-old charged with causing death by dangerous driving. Anthony Ramsahoy, aged 71, was charged yesterday with the offense of causing death by dangerous driving, following an incident involving Garfield Bridge Mohan, a 37-year-old pedal cyclist from Queenstown, Essequibo Coast. The tragic event unfolded on January 19, 2024, on the public road at Queenstown, Essequibo Coast. Ramsahoy was charged under Section 35(1) of the Motor Vehicle and Road Traffic Act, Chapter 51:02. The case was brought before Magistrate Tamika Clark at the Anna Regina Magistrates Court on Tuesday, April 2, 2024. Ramsahoy pleaded not guilty to the charge. Subsequently, bail was granted by the court in the sum of $100,000. However, conditions were imposed, requiring Ramsahoy to lodge his passport with the court and report to the station sergeant at the Anna Regina Police Station every last Friday of the month. The case has been adjourned to April 23, 2024, as legal proceedings continue. Venezuelan National remanded on narcotics possession charge. Edwin Cova, a 34-year-old Venezuelan national residing on 3rd Avenue in Bartica, appeared before the Bartica Magistrates Court today, Wednesday, facing charges of possession of narcotics for the purpose of trafficking. Pleading not guilty to the charge, Cova was remanded to prison pending further proceedings. The case was adjourned to May 3, 2024, for continuation of the legal process. Cova's arrest occurred on March 31, 2024, in Bartica, where he was found to be in possession of 29.1 grams of suspected cocaine. The legal proceedings reflect the ongoing efforts to combat narcotics-related activities in the region. Mother appeals for help as daughter suffers from spinal condition. A mother is urgently seeking assistance for her 13-year-old daughter, who has been diagnosed with spinal scoliosis since the age of 10. Despite regular clinic visits, medical intervention has been delayed until recently, when the doctor informed the mother that surgery is necessary. However, progress has been slow, and the family has encountered difficulties in obtaining the required medical care. Following a plea for help on social media, a concerned individual managed to attract the attention of the Minister of Education, Priya Chang. This resulted in contact with the Georgetown Public Hospital, which began preparations for the required surgery. Despite arrangements being made for the procedure to take place in Austin, Texas, the family's visa application was rejected by the U.S. Embassy. Currently, the daughter's condition has worsened, with symptoms including difficulty breathing and heart pain. Efforts are now underway to secure surgery in Cuba, but financial assistance is crucial for the procedure to proceed. The family appeals for support and guidance as they navigate through this challenging situation. For further information or assistance, please contact the mother at 676-3155.